Whoa! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I'm getting word now that the Stanley Cup is at Elbow Room.
Okay.
Yeah, so keeping an eye on it. It is wall-to-wall, heavily packed. I don't see any Panther players or anything like that right now. So from my vantage point, everybody's still just chilling, having a cocktail. Why not?
Well, Panda is heading down there right now in my Greenway Kia. So he will fully report back to us on what's happening as he tries to sneak his 9-year-old into the Elbow Room.
You can tell that not everybody in the bar knows it's being filmed. And there was this one woman, she didn't know she was being filmed. She's picking her butt.
Hey, lady, don't pick your ass on camera.
Right.
And then there was this other woman who noticed that there was a camera, so she waved at it. And then the two guys she was with, you could see their lips. We're on camera.
We're on camera? I called in sick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're missing some employees today, you might want to just go and check out the Elbow Room cam. Yep, there they are.
If you're looking to fire a guy and you want cause,
You got video proof.
Don't pick your butt and don't skip work.
Yeah, the sidewalk is completely packed. It looks like the crowd is actually starting to spill a bit into the street. It looks like they've closed down one lane, left-hand lane there, right at Fort Lauderdale Beach.
it's a smart move. Close down the whole street because you don't want somebody getting hit by a car. And traffic can figure it out. It's more important to protect the pedestrians.
And smart move on the Elbow Room with them cameras.
Yeah,
Great
it's a
free
cool thing,
advertising.
Yeah, they always have, but this is definitely a time to check in to see what's happening. I don't see any of the Florida Panthers right now, but it looks like people are there. And it could be people are looking kind of off into the street, so maybe they did pull up with it in a car and they just haven't gotten it into the Elbow Room yet.
I don't think the cup would be there without the players.
Exactly, yeah. I don't think the cup is inside the Elbow Room now, at least not from what I'm seeing.
I don't know. It's pretty crowded in there. Do you think a player will go in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did last year.
Dude.
Yeah.
These guys are next level fun and insane and crazy and love to party.
They will part the sea like they're Moses, so people will get out of their way. So they'll work it out so they can get there. I think they go to the balcony and then, do their little show up there.
It's a great balcony.
Yeah, it's perfect for the cup. It really is. It was designed for just this moment. So we'll keep you up to date on that as it's going down. Crazy little time in Salt Lake City. There's a man that was out having lunch with his friend, 24-year-old Jose Perez, on Saturday. And then out of nowhere, Perez just attacks his buddy, puts him in a chokehold, and tries to stab him with a wooden stake.
Oh, no.
Is he a vampire?
He said he thought his buddy was a werewolf.
Oh, you got to get a silver bullet.
Yeah, he's getting his monsters confused.
Duh.
Yeah, the wooden stake had a nail in it. He told the guy he was going to stab him in the heart because he was a werewolf. He's like, what? A what?
I wish the police officer, bro, you're talking about, you need a silver bullet for that.
What are you on?
Yeah, thankfully he did not stab the guy in the heart, but the guy then grabbed a bag he had with him and got up and left. And the cops were able to track him down not too much later. And when they found him, there were several rocks in his pocket. He said that he had those in case his werewolf buddy tried to kill him. I don't know what's going on with this dude, but he was convinced that this werewolf was after him, and now he's facing charges for aggravated robbery. I don't know. Wow. So he stole from him as well. The guy got away. He wasn't hurt, and they finally got him, but I don't know what's going on with that guy.
It might be time for a little psychiatric hold.
Sounds like a guy that what do they call that garage or the gas station meth or whatever they have.
Yes.
I even saw this week they're cracking down on one product because they said people were doing things like trying to stab their friends at lunch with a stake in the heart thinking they were a werewolf.
Yes.
Stuff what, like you could buy at the gas station?
Yeah.
Synthetic stuff?
It was a synthetic. It was the name of some product, and they've been kind of selling it under the guise of
There's a bunch of stuff like that at the gas station. It's not just one product. There's like 50.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
Even with mushroom stuff, there's some weird stuff out there that you're going, all right, this cannot be good for you.
Yeah.
Don't take the drugs you buy at the gas station. People, please don't do that.
Got a story here out of Washington State of a man who allegedly chased his dad wielding a chainsaw in their driveway. We had a guy who was in Lauderdale shot his dad on Father's Day.
Come on now. We can't give dads 1 week.
I know.
Let them rest. Why are we killing dads on the week of Father's Day?
When the deputies showed up, they used a beanbag shotgun to shoot and disable the suspect. They took him into custody. Thankfully, neither the father nor the officers were injured. He's now facing charges. And they got him hospitalized under a sheriff's watch.
Whoa.
People losing their marbles.
They are.
If he said his dad was a werewolf, now I start to get suspicious. Do we have a werewolf problem?
Mm-hmm.
And we do need to check that other guy and make sure that he's not a werewolf.
That would be the twist of that one story.
Just to make sure.
The guy wasn't crazy. His friend really was a werewolf.
Look, in this day and age, I think we got to unturn every rock and make sure his friend's not a werewolf.
Well, I guess this would be alarming anywhere else but Detroit. A 38-year-old woman opened fire on the east side as a tow truck driver tried to repossess her truck. Police on routine patrol witnessed the shooting and returned fire, striking the woman in her torso, arm, and leg.
They witnessed it and shot her on the spot.
Yeah, that's why you're going to take out a gun. You want to play that game, get ready. Because you never know what somebody else might have. They've charged her with assault with intent to murder and felony firearms. So she gets blasted 3 times and then is charged.
Wow.
Yep. There's a new study that looked into dark personality traits, and they found 4 states lead the nation in these.
Florida.
Amazingly, it's not Florida.
Really?
I am like, how? Nevada, New York, South Dakota, and Texas are the 4 states.
Yeah, I know a girl from Nevada.
Okay, dark traits?
A little dark.
All right.
A little dark.
Crazy.
I know nobody from South Dakota.
Nobody does.
Nobody. Maybe that's why they're so dark. They're in solitude.
Who lives there?
Mm-hmm. There's an 84-year-old man from British Columbia that left $1 million to a male escort in her will, prompting her family to challenge the document. The woman passed away in 2023. She'd never been in a relationship with a male escort until this time, but they had been together for 2 years. And the family's saying he just swooped in, knew she's about to kick it, did that whole Anna Nicole Smith kind of thing. And they're saying she did not have the mental capacity to make these kind of decisions. They didn't know until she died. They looked at the will. They're like, the male stripper got $1 million?
Look, her last years were fun. She enjoyed herself, and she wanted to make sure that guy got paid.
Yeah, they're trying to have the will declared invalid, but...
How much money is their total? Like, is $1 million all of it?
Didn't say. They just said that he got $1 million.
That's a lot.
Of how much? If there's $40 million and he got $1 million, I say let him keep it. He made her smile those last 2 years.
There wasn't $40 million. I imagine he must have gotten a lion's share, because you're right. You would have just been like, I'm not going to fight over $1 million.
Right.
But
if you're fighting over $1 million, there wasn't much else left.
Yeah, if it was 1.5 that she had.
Well, I guess if you want to deliver Rolex to get repaired, don't call a random Uber driver. That's what they did in West Palm Beach.
What?
Coming from a Palm Beach place, a $40,000 watch. They're like, yeah, we'll just get an Uber driver to take it. So they had to take it from Lemuse Jewelers to J.C. Martin Jewelers. And the guy saw the Rolex Daytona's like, yeah, I'm just going to take that home. And they did. And then the watch never showed up. And then they're trying to track the guy down. So they put a warrant out for his arrest. And then... oddly enough, Palm Beach police pulled him over for not wearing a seatbelt. And when they ran it, they're like, oh, by the way,
where's the Rolex?
Yeah.
Did he have it or was it already gone?
I don't know. They didn't say if they got it back or not.
I mean, talk about just a crummy criminal.
I mean, you don't think they're not going to come after a $40,000 watch?
Well, you're kind of dumb for putting the watch in an Uber. I think the jewelry store's a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
But as the jewelry store, you think there's no way someone's going to be dumb enough to steal this watch because we have all of their information.
Nobody at the jewelry store had a car. They couldn't drive it themselves just to make sure it didn't get stolen by a rando you've never met.
Yeah. Odd story. If anybody has any more details on that, let us know. And Florida woman, she's not scared of a gator. In fact, she's petting it. There is a video of a woman that is right by a canal. And, I will tell you, it's not one of the larger gators. It's probably, maybe a 4 or 5 footer.
Yeah.
But it's a gator nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
And if it chomped down on your hand, I think you would be feeling it. But she's just kind of out there in her day clothes, And the gator's just right there, and she's petting it on the head. And then she takes something. It looks like she's feeding it something. She puts her hand right down by its mouth, and it kind of opens its jaws. And she's not scared in the least, and just kind of flips the food to it.
Lady.
And they're just saying, this is you can't interact with gators this way.
No.
You just can't.
He's still a gator.
He's still a gator.
I know he's acting like a dog, but he's not.
Yeah, pretty unreal video. So, yeah, definitely.
He's peaceful AF. That gator doesn't look like he wants to bite her. He's not gatoring.
Until he gets the munchies.
I mean, yeah, you never know when they get that hungry.
When they get hangry.
Yeah.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ show.